everyone, I'm Dr. Fawzia Khan, Head of Curriculum Wing, Education and Literacy Department, Government of Sindh. I'll be talking to you about a unique teaching practice called formative assessment, through which we can put our young learners at the center of their learning. Formative assessment is a set of testing procedures which helps in identifying students who are struggling with reading and learning. But most importantly, it helps in refining classroom practices, thus inspiring teachers to tailor their classroom activities and lesson plans according to the learning needs of the students. USAID, through its Sindh Reading Program, has introduced this one-of-a-kind teaching methodology for the first time in the history of Sindh education system. The distinctive feature of SRP's formative assessment for grades 1 and 2 is that it is based on modern information and technological system. The content and evaluation structure is expertly digitized by our local partner, Tele-Taaleem. The scale of Sindh's first ever formative assessment can be determined from the fact that 70,420 grade 1 and 2 students from 7 districts of Sindh and 5 towns of Karachi have participated in this exercise since November 2015. Let's see how these formative assessments are carried out in the field. Development of accurate assessment instruments in Sindhi and Urdu languages is the cornerstone of formative assessment. These instruments are field tested to ensure accuracy in results in the final review by a psychometrician, which helps the subject experts to take a final look at the assessment tools and edit and finalize them for actual formative assessment in the classroom. Here we come to a critical step of formative assessment, which changes the rules of game. The assessment instruments are transmitted to the learning management system for digitization of the data. These tools include separate grade 1 and 2 assessment tasks and student questionnaires. A team of data moderator is assigned to cross-check tools at every step. The instruments, along with the student profiles, are fed into the tablets of each test administrator. This 7-day process, which helps frees up any possibility of error in the final analytic, is highly complex and resource intensive. After the field members are properly inducted, reliability of the tools is confirmed and tablets are equipped with content. Each team member is assigned 8 to 10 schools for assessment. The member randomly selects students from target grades.
Assalamu alaikum baba. क्या आयो खुश आयो सब ठीक है अच्छा बाबा जी असां पोइ दफ़े असां कुछ लेसन हलाया कुछ लेसन प्लान जी साईं तां सां हलाया आया इएं असां उन्हनि ते कुझु नंढड़ी हिकिड़ी रांदि खेॾंदासीं ठीकु आहे कंहिंखे सभिनी खे नंबर ॾींदुमि पोइ नंबर सां तव्हां इंतज़ारु हूंदव मां जंहिंजो नालो खणा उहे हेॾां अची वञनि जेके ॿियनि जो नालो जंहिंजो खणा वरी उहे हेॾां अची वञनि कुझु शागिर्द ठीकु आहे.
It is worth noting here that the selection criteria from grade 1 and 2 is slightly different. While any 10 students are selected in grade 1, in grade 2, 10 readers and 10 non-readers, who we also call zero scorers, are selected randomly. The assessor takes the student one by one in an insulated area where the assessment process can take place uninterruptedly.
Assalamu alaikum baba. Keda haal hai khush haan?
Rapport is built with the students so they can take the test with mental ease. Subsequently, students are tested in selected foundational reading and comprehension skills. Let's have a quick look at who we are targeting in these assessments and what are we evaluating. Grade 1, targeting all readers. Orientation to print, letter name recognition, receptive vocabulary, individual word reading, word comprehension. In grade 2, Both non-readers and readers are targeted. Non-readers are assessed on phoneme isolation, letter name recognition, non-word reading, oral reading fluency, and comprehension of oral reading fluency text. Whereas readers are assessed on phoneme isolation, non-word reading, oral reading fluency, and comprehension of oral reading fluency text.
मां चाहींदसि तव्हां हिन आख़िरी खे वॾे आवाज़ सां पढ़ो जॾहिं ही कहाणी तव्हां पढ़ी वेंदो त हिन बाबति मां तव्हां कुझु सवाल कंदसि ठीकु आहे
हिकु ॾींहुं अली खस पंजनि पोइ
वाटल
It typically takes 7 to 10 minutes to assess one student. After the completion of all tasks, test administrator asks the student a set of 10 questions to understand their reading habits at home. Teachers can see task-wise and student-wise results immediately after the assessment is completed. It is encouraged that class reports are shared with teachers so that all students receive individual attention. The daily debriefing sessions of the field teams are a key to understand the procedural challenges of formative assessment and find immediate solutions to streamline the process. Field teams also use these sessions to upload assessment data onto the learning management system, ensuring timely submission and security of the field results. This brings us to the final step of the formative assessment cycle, in which program experts from SIN reading program and school to school determine the types of report to be generated from the reporting portal. These reports are used by relevant stakeholders, including USAID and SIN Education Department, to make informed decisions related to improving reading efficiencies. The post-formative assessment cycle is equally important in terms of interpreting data and disseminating it to select audiences. This cycle is divided into 3 phases. In phase 1, teams compile the field data to understand the overall trends in student performance and individual learning curves. This information helps SRP team in developing material that would cater to specific issues faced by students. In this regard, USAID SIN reading program has achieved a major milestone by creating a database to track classroom performance of every student of grade 1 and 2. A database of this scale has not been created in SIN before. The second phase engages teachers in a feedback session on their teaching practices in light of the assessment results. This phase is instrumental in disseminating the results to a wider audience, including parents and communities, thus developing pressure points to impact student gains. In the last phase, the formative assessment model will be scaled up for 80,000 learners in cohort 2 and 130,000 learners in cohort 3. We can check out the results of our recent formative assessment through these interactive charts. These charts demonstrate the change in the oral reading fluency in Sindhi and Urdu languages at grade 2 level from October 2015 to April 2016 after 6 months intervention and on-the-job training of teachers. We can see 2 high-performing districts, Karachi and Kambar, where the ratio of non-readers have swiftly dropped down from 100% to 10.6 and 21.1 respectively. These winds of change are a direct result of our cutting-edge curriculum and real-time support to teachers to address critical learning gaps of students. Through the periodic result of formative assessment, we are not only demonstrating what excellence in reading and learning looks like, but we are also creating pathways to reach excellence and go beyond. The mission of our formative assessment interventions is to make sure that everyone succeeds, our students, our teachers, our education system.